Lo que vamos a ver ahorita es, dicen que es el contenido del juego PT, en la cual es el mapa de Silent Hill explorado. El pueblo y las calles, men. A la puta madre. A ver, mira. Quiero ver esto, mira. A ver si no se ve los... Ah, sí se ve bien. No creo que se ve tan... Ah, la puta. Así está bien. Vamos a ver. Mira, mira, mira esto, men. Lo que encontré, men. Vamos a poner echada acá para distraernos un rato, men.
At the end of PT, we see our protagonist step out into the streets of Silent Hill in a
Ya.
revelatory cutscene, which is in fact entirely rendered in real time by the PlayStation 4 hardware. Sadly, the cutscene soon ends, and we never get to visit and explore those streets for ourselves, our experience having been rather limited mostly to the game's looping hallway. But what if there were a way to break out from that loop? Hello everyone, my name is Lance, and today we are going to
Muéstrame,
escape
muéstrame,
from
muéstrame, men.
PT's endless hallway and step out into Kojima Productions' rendition of the streets of Silent Hill.
After killing his family, the father hung himself.
A ver, quiero
To
ver. Van a...
explain how this is achieved, the game engine used by PT is able to cleverly link together separate map files to create the illusion of an endless loop. By changing the code involved in this process, I was able to seamlessly connect PT's familiar starting room to the map file used for the ending cinematic. Unfortunately, this area is not meant to be traversed by the player character, and thus it has no collision information, and we immediately fall through the ground.
Uy.
Interestingly, this causes Lisa to appear and reset the game.
¿Qué pedo? Sales a la calle y te caes, men. A la mierda.
I find it fairly amazing that the developers actually accounted for us finding a way to break out of bounds, and created an event to handle it in such a way, rather than just having us fall endlessly. So in order to circumvent this, I patched the game in a way that causes the player character to float just a small distance above the ground at all times. With this done, we can safely, for the first time ever, explore the streets of Silent Hill as they appear in PT.
A ver, ahora vas a
One
explorar
of the
la calle.
first things we come across here is the trail which we also saw the protagonist following in the cinematic.
A la mierda, está la sangre, loco, Concha.
This ends in a small puddle, and the main open streets stretch out ahead of us. To the left is a fairly detailed area outside of a massive apartment building.
La puta, está todo bien hecho, Y es una... Pues un puto teaser nomás, weón.
Up on the highest level of the fire escape, we can even see a potted plant. Looking down from up here helps us really appreciate the amount of detail that went into building the area. On the opposite side of the road is a fenced-off parking area with a few cars left unattended, among other things.
Son las cosas que están en otro lado, mira. De la calle, men. Carritos, paquetes. Que dice que esa calle está en Death Stranding, ¿en neta eso? A la mierda, luego pasas el video, varón, para verlo acá. A ver. Luego me lo pasas, por farón. Por Twitter, ¿no? He hecho chida esa parte, ¿eh?
All throughout, the silhouette of water towers across the rooftops at night communicates Silent Hill's archetypical heavy and oppressive atmosphere. Returning to street level, we can continue exploring down the main road. Miscellaneous clutter lines the streets to make sure every area looks somewhat unique. As is common in Silent Hill, there's a perpetual feeling of the entire world both being under construction and long since abandoned. The street signs, roadblocks, and scaffolding throughout help to create this unwelcoming atmosphere.
Hasta le pusieron el puto letrero de stop, huevón, para que no sigas avanzando ni nada. La puta, mírame, todo eso. Y es un puto teaser nomás, huevón. No sé, imagínate que hubieran acabado. Todos los edificios ahí con la puerta oxidada y toda esa mierda, huevón.
A larger, unique structure is placed up against the building on the other side of the road, with a potted plant sitting on top.
El detalle de la planta es lo que le llama la atención de todo. Wow, el juego está verga, man.
Up ahead is a slightly more richly detailed area. A few more vehicles are placed along the road, accompanied by some signage.
Vehículos nomás, ¿sabes?
Beyond this is some more plant life, from large trees down to tiny plants growing through the gaps in the pavement.
Mira esos detalles, huevón. Concha su madre. Bueno, pues flotando, pero vale más, hasta plantitas ahí.
The distant lamplight and structures seen from here suggest that we're getting closer to the end of this street now.
El teléfono de mierda.
The pavement has a reflective element when the flashlight's beam hits it just right. The layout of each apartment building is somewhat unique as well, with the fire escapes and air conditioners being hand-placed to avoid repetition.
El aire acondicionado, mira, inclusive está puesto de una manera distinta. ¿Qué hay más allá, huevón?
Coming to the end of the main road brings us to a fence with a tree, power lines, and a car on the opposite side.
La llanta del carro, ¿dónde está baja o...?
Crossing the road past this fence, there are simply more apartment buildings with decorative features similar to what we saw earlier.
What the fuck? Verga, los detalles que le han puesto a este
Continuing
puto
down the
coso.
road, we come to pass under a large bridge.
Va a pasar un puente ahora, mira. Un puente, huevón. Un puente.
And finally, making our way through here brings us to the end of the area, with nothing further beyond.
Ah, no hay nada,
I
mira.
found it fairly amazing to have a chance to explore a somewhat entirely new physical space in PT, something handcrafted by the team at Kojima Productions while in-house at Konami as an official part of the mainline Silent Hill series. While there's no way to be sure what the future holds, this may be the final canonical rendition of Silent Hill ever to exist. So I hope you feel that I helped in some way today by giving you a chance to explore along with me. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button.
Ahí está el
And you
canal
might
del
consider
vato,
taking a
Es
look
su
at the
canal de
description
Lance
below to find a few ways to follow and support
McDonald.
my work going forward. I'm always working on showing you something new from games that mean a lot to me, and I hope might also mean something to you as well.
Buen canal, puta. Este fue el que puse el video el día 20 de diciembre. O sea, ayer para mí. Hoy día 21 para mí. Concha su madre. ¿Te imaginas si le hubieran hecho esta huevada nos hubieran seguido con el progreso Silent Hill? Estaría en la puta madre, man. Detallazo, Detallazo, huevón. Ahí está el Lance McDonald, se llama el vato, man.